Before we dive into today's show, the EA College Football 26 cover has been revealed, featuring Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State. They're going for it's the sophomore year of the return, so they picked two of the best sophomores in college football, Ryan Williams, and of course, maybe the best player in CFB, Jeremiah Smith. So will you buy College Football 26? I absolutely will, because I sunk a tremendous amount of hours into NCAA 14 and sunk a bunch into CFB 25. I'll do it again with 26. Let me know what you will do in the comment section of today's show. Y for yes, N for no. Let's talk recruiting. Some 5-star schedules set to visits and all that stuff in there. First up is 2026 edge Richard Wesley. Does have a official visit scheduled with Ohio State, despite being currently committed to Oregon. Wesley, which we did have mentioned him previously on the show, a 5-star in the class of 2026, obviously. Number 3 ranked player out of California, the number 2 ranked edge, 14th overall in the class of 2026. So this opens up the possibility of a flip, because Wesley, as a reminder, committed to Oregon 2.5-ish weeks ago. It's 17 days, committed to Oregon back on May 10th. Has the official visit to Oregon on June 6th. Then we'll take one to Texas in 2020. And then in June 20. I don't know what I'm talking about there. June 20th. And then way down the line, August for Ohio State. So A&M TBD. A July visit would kind of make some sense there, mid-late July, early August, depending on the timing. So still a chance for a potential flip there. Now, again, as of right now, Ohio State doesn't have a edge commit in 2026. Kind of been a bit of a weak point in recruiting, I feel like, in recent years. They are the favorite, though, for Sincere Johnson. That is the 4-star recruit in the class of 2026. Number 2 ranked player in the state of Ohio. 8th ranked edge, 71st overall player. But you'd like to be able to get Johnson and somebody else. So if you could kind of reverse your fortunes and steal a top-rated player away from Oregon, which hasn't always felt that way in recruiting as of late, that'd be a big deal for the Buckeyes. So predictions. Will Ohio State flip Richard Wesley from Oregon? F for they'll flip him. S for no, he's going to stay locked in with Oregon. Let me know in the comments of today's show. Let's move to the 4-star tight end who is set to visit with the Buckeyes. That is Mack, I think it's Sutter or Sutter, but I'm going to go with Sudtor. That's normally how I feel like it's pronounced. He is going to visit Ohio State this coming weekend. This would be a big deal for the Buckeyes to add a top-rated tight end. In fact, one of the top-rated tight ends. He's 81st overall in the 2026 composite rankings on 24/7 Sports. Number 1 ranked player in the state of Illinois, the 6th ranked tight end. Kind of an interesting top 5 for him. Illinois being on there isn't a surprise. The top in-state program. Okay, it tracks there. No, Notre Dame, by the way. So I guess the state school. I should clarify. Ohio State, Penn State certainly makes sense. Alabama and Ole Miss as well. So a couple SEC schools. So kind of a diverse cast of the top 5 there. Also is worth mentioning the Buckeyes do have a tight end commit for 2026. That's Corbin Fordham, who right now is just the 23rd ranked tight end. There is room to add another one if they want to go down that path and add maybe a higher rated one and try to aim for 1 to 2 each cycle. Coming up next, we'll break down some 2026 quarterback recruiting buzz. Before we dive into that, get the Ohio State Championship shirt. Go to chatsports.com/OSU shirt. Link will be in the comment section and the description of today's show. It is the schedule shirt, so it's got the full schedule and, of course, the championship win there. Links in the comments and the description of today's show. chatsports.com/OSU shirt. Let's go to a quarterback here. That's Luke. I'm going to go with Fahey or Fahey, however you pronounce it. Tough to find pronunciation guides for high schoolers. So, either way, he has a scheduled official visit with Ohio State. Doesn't have an offer yet, which maybe the visit he'll potentially pick one up there. This is 354 overall in the class of 2026. Number 23 ranked QB, 33rd player out of the state of California. This is what Blair Angulo, I think I got that right. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing words here, or names. This is from 24/7 Sports. Says he's a steady and efficient ball distributor who has to split reps with another quarterback at Mission Viejo last season. Fahey carries a lot of injury as a prospect. We've liked his makeup for a long time. He is a consistent passer who can dissect defenses at different levels. The intrigue there is like he had to split time, so it makes him kind of an under-the-radar option. Two notable favorites for him. Stanford, of course, Andrew Luck taking more and more control over that program, and no head coach in place for next year. And Indiana, who's had some good track record developing some guys with that current coaching staff. So name a 2026 QB who you want to commit to, or you want to end up committing to Ohio State. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. This one kind of counts, but it's more of an athlete side. Elite Name Alert 2026 athlete Legend Bay. Convinced this guy's going to be a star. This dude's name is Legend. Working on a scheduling and official visit with Ohio State. Did receive an offer in January. Of note, it was an athlete offer. He told Bucknuts that, quote, I can see the field early as a Wildcat QB, and I'm very interested in Ohio State. So athlete was the offer here for, I'm going full name only. I'm never going to call him Bay. It's always going to be Legend Bay if he ends up with Ohio State. 3-star recruit in the class of 2026 is listed, by the way, as an athlete on the 24/7 Sports composite rankings. 29th ranked athlete. Sometimes there's a lot of athletes ranked, sometimes there's not. That tends to ebb and flow as the cycle moves along. 59th ranked player in the state. Bay's top 5, by the way, Ohio State is in there, Texas A&M, Tennessee, West Virginia, and Duke. So again, kind of a diverse grouping of his top 5. Now, we will have more Ohio State recruiting news and rumors, updates, and oh so much more. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/GoBucks. Before we go, let's talk about Devin Sanchez. ESPN labeling the young Ohio State corner as a top freshman to watch in 2025. The write-up here on ESPN says he's coveted for his length and sudden speed at 6'2", 185. Sanchez was the number 1 ranked cornerback prospect in the 2025 class. ESPN national recruiting analyst Craig Hobart has likened Sanchez to former Buckeye standout Denzel Burke, and the 5-star freshman should challenge junior Jermaine Matthews, and as Ohio State works to fill Burke's starting spot under first-year defensive coordinator Matt Patricia. I would aim higher for the comp there since Burke was only a mid to late day 3 pick. I would love it if Sanchez can earn a role early for Ohio State. I think that's an ideal outcome because I think the way that Sanchez gets that role and that playing time, in barring injury or something, is he is so impressive the Buckeyes have to put him on the field. Isn't that what we want? Don't we want the young 5-star to earn that role? I'll still temper my expectations overall. I would be hesitant to lock them into anything crazy. I'm not going to let Jeremiah Smith make that expectation for everybody. But I would like it if Devin Sanchez can earn that role and showcase what he's able to do and be an instant impact as a 5-star true freshman in this upcoming campaign.